It is the question all conmen and salespeople are desperate to know. What makes us trust a stranger who we do not know and be willing to give them our money? A study now suggests looking like Mother Teresa might help, while any resemblance to Bernie Madoff is best avoided. That is because our trust in strangers depends on whether they look like someone we already know and judge to be trustworthy. A man who looks like Bernie Madoff, who was jailed for 150 years in 2009 for scamming victims in a £40 billion Ponzi scheme, would be tarred with the same brush as the fraudster, the results suggest. But looking like a saint might help to win the trust of people you have never met. Researchers at New York University conducted a series of experiments in which participants played a game for money. These involved trustworthy players who usually shared the money with the study group, and untrustworthy players who mostly took the money for themselves. When shown pictures of new players who resemble the untrustworthy ones from before, people were less likely to risk their money. It shows their view of strangers was colored by how much they looked like people they already knew. Professor Elizabeth Phelps, senior author of the study, from New York University, said, "We make decisions about a stranger's reputation without any direct or explicit information about them based on their similarity to others we've encountered, even when we're unaware of this resemblance." This shows our brains deploy a learning mechanism in which moral information encoded from past experiences guides future choices. Humans have evolved to trust people based on their past behavior, which shows if they are reliable or not. Every day we make judgments about the honesty of others. But meeting a stranger makes it impossible to use their reputation or past actions to figure them out. The US psychologists used a game in which people gambled $10, £7 and 10 pence to work out how people trusted others. They asked 91 people to entrust their money with 3 different players who were represented by facial images. The participants knew that any money they invested would be multiplied 4 times, and the other player could then either share the money or keep it for themselves. The players were either highly trustworthy, sharing the money 93% of the time, somewhat trustworthy, doing so 60% of the time, or not at all trustworthy, keeping the money 93% of the time. When, in a new game, the new players' faces were morphed with the 3 original players to resemble them, participants consistently preferred to play with strangers who resembled the original trustworthy players and avoided those resembling the earlier untrustworthy players. Lead author Dr. Oriel Feldman Hall, Core, said, "Our study reveals that strangers are distrusted even when they only minimally resemble someone previously associated with immoral behavior." The study, published in the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, also scanned the brain activity of the subjects as they made these decisions. People looking at strangers they unconsciously recognized use their amygdala region that plays a large role in emotional learning.